The reigning premiers are 1 from 4 and last year's runners-up are unbeaten. But that's only half the story in the Farrer League. Welcome back to AFL Riverina TV, I'm Lauren Markham. Round 5 is upon us and here's what's in store this weekend. North Wagga host the Rock, Collie have the Hawks at home, it's Temora and CSU, and Barellan have Mara. Northern Jets have the bye. Southern New South Wales Community Football Manager Paul Habel joins us now. Paul, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Lauren.
No, that's all right. So North Wagga, they've got a point to prove against the Rock. They did come off a big win over Barellan, but they kind of had a thrashing by the Hawks a few weeks ago. Do they have something to prove this weekend?
Oh, my word, they do. I think they have to win this game at home. There's no doubt about it. The Rock are in pretty good form, but North Wagga at home are very tough to beat. I'd suggest they do have to win the game, as I said. I'm going to tip them to win by a goal in an upset, or I suppose you could call it an upset. But look, it's such an even comp. Won't be surprised if the Rock get up either. But North Wagga this week.
A point in it. That's a tough call. So the Rock were too strong for Temora last week. It kind of confirms that they're going to be at the top of the table come end of the season.
Oh, I think so. I mean, the Rock are again definitely going to play finals. I'll say Temora will as well. So, but I'd suggest that this game we can see some good footy being played. And again, I think the Rock are going to be thereabouts and they'll go okay.
There you go. Now, Collie host East Wagga. Mark Geppert's kicked 24 goals in 3 games and he also leads Player of the Year. But Nick Hull's also playing up forward for the Hawks. We spoke with the coach, Gav McMahon, recently about his return.
He was the Farrer League Rising Star in 2013 and then went to Coleambally and put in a huge pre-season over there. Got himself big, fit and strong and then being the big fella, he got a bit of knee tendonitis at the start of the year which slowed him up. And second half of the season over there, he was the Coleambally Neefle full forward pretty much. So he really got himself going and he learned a lot. He's come back a very mature young man and he's learned a lot just in that 12 months. Passionate at East Wagga, he's East Wagga Junior and he's passionate. Mum's still on the committee and all those things, but he also wanted to try his hand and at a higher level, and we certainly supported him and helped him do that. But with Coleambally coming out of the Neefle, he didn't necessarily want to try and change another Neefle side. So we're obviously delighted to welcome him back.
Gav McMahon there. Now, Paul, Nick Hull, he'll probably get better as the season progresses, but the Hawks also have Stu Bryant back this week after his commitments with the touch team. How do you think they'll go?
Oh, look, I think they're very good. I don't think Nick Hull will play in the ruck. I think Blake Ainchinger is doing that job very well at the moment. Another add-in with Stu coming back into the side only adds strength to a pretty good outfit already. So, I think it's always a danger game at Coleambally. They're travelling to Coleambally, obviously, so Coleambally will probably have some good backs in Mackie that can match up on Gep, and he's in pretty good form, kicking some goals. So I think a tough game, but I'm going to tip an upset here and tip Coleambally to beat the Hawks at Coleambally.
There you go. Now, on the table at the moment, Temora are actually below CSU, but do you expect that to change this weekend?
I don't think so. I think Temora, last week they played some pretty competitive football. And against CSU, I watched the first half of the game yesterday. CSU were very good. They shouldn't be underrated. They played some really good footy. Saying that, Mara hit their straps after half time. But don't underestimate. You never underestimate the opposition. But tomorrow will be too strong for CSU.
There you go, and it's another tough one for Barellan, as is every week. They've got the Bombers. The Two Blues are just kind of struggling at the moment, aren't they? Oh,
look, new team on the block. They're obviously not used to having the amount of players they need to have in 2 grades of senior and reserve grade footy. So, as I said, the Bombers were very good last week in the second half. They weren't too good first half. They still need to use the ball properly around the ground, But, again, even at Barellan, I think the Bombers will be too strong. But it'll be a pretty physical game, and Barellan always play okay at home. So, Mara too good, but at least Barellan will show something on their home ground.
There we go. That's the Farrer League. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend of footy.